Good morning, students. We were doing chapter 6 of civics, political parties. Today we are going to do the topic challenges to political party. Today beta, all over the world people express their strong dissatisfaction with the future of political party. They are worried about the future of political parties because there are so many challenges in front of political party. So first challenge in front of the political party is lack of internal democracy. There is lack of internal democracy within the political parties all over the world. This is the problem of the whole world's political party. This is present in India as well, but it is the main problem of all the political parties of the world. Lack of internal democracy. In this beta, the power is concentrated among the few top leaders. All the major decisions are taken by these top leaders. Minor leaders are not invited, are not called for the meetings, organizational meetings. They are not asked, they are not discussed when the party is going to take any decision, है ना. At the time of election, all party leaders, big party जो main जो leaders हैं, they are taking decisions from which state, from which area, which candidate will be standing on behalf of their political party. Or there is lack of internal democracy. They are not conducting elections, है ना. बहुत साल हो जाते हैं, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का जो हेड है वही हेड सेम कंटिन्यू रहता है और किसी को चांस ही नहीं मिलता हेड बनने का. साथ ही साथ क्या है, दे आर नॉट मेंटेनिंग देयर रजिस्टर ऑल्सो, regular register in which the name of the candidates are written. They are not following their own constitution even. So all these are the challenges. First challenge of a political party, that there is lack of democracy. Second challenge to democracy is beta dynastic succession. Dynastic succession means कि some parties, political parties are dominated by a particular family members. Always the head of the political party belong to that family. For example, Congress is dominated by Gandhi family, है ना. First Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, then it was he was followed by Mrs. Indira Gandhi, then her family only, है ना. So this is called dynastic succession. So whether the person is capable of holding that post or not, he is given that or she is given that post, which is not good for a democratic country like India. उसमें लीडरशिप की क्वालिटी है या नहीं है, वो वाइज है या नहीं है, पार्टी का लीडर, पार्टी का टॉप हेड बनने के लायक है या नहीं है, इससे कुछ मतलब नहीं है. बस क्या होता है कि जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ हैं, दे आर डोमिनेटेड बाय द फैमिली मेम्बर्स. जैसे इन बिहार आरजेडी इज़ डोमिनेटेड बाय लालू प्रसाद यादव्स फैमिली. ठीक है बेटा. सो दिस इज़ नोन एज डायनेस्टिक सक्सेशन. एंड ड्यू टू डायनेस्टिक सक्सेशन, wise people, wise leaders are not able to get the prominent seats, post in the political party, which is also bad for the democracy. Third challenge to political party is money and muscle power. Money and muscle power in the parties, especially during the election. You know beta, what is the main motive of the political parties to win the election, to form the government, है ना. They want power, they want to win the election. So to win election they can do anything. So during election what they are doing, they are giving tickets to the rich people only, whether they are wise, whether they are having good leadership quality or not. Secondly, they are giving tickets to the people which are having criminal background, so that इस टाइप के लोग क्या होते हैं, दूसरे जो उनके साथ खड़े हो रहे होते हैं ना कैंडिडेट्स, उनको थ्रेट देकर कहते हैं leave the election, sit in the election, don't stand in the election, है ना. So this is the main problem, main challenge in front of the political party, that there is a use of money and muscle power. अब देखो, the person who is very rich, what they are doing, they are sometime ना many times they are giving money to the political parties at the time of election, and political parties are using this money to win the election. And when they will come in the power, what will happen then, those people, rich people which have given money to them, they will influence the policies of the government. They will force the government to make policies in favor of them. In this way they will again make money and they will be against the poor people, है ना, because government will make that policy only which is good for the rich people. Okay, so this money and muscle power is also a challenge in front of the political party. Then fourth challenge is meaningful choice. Today in the whole world the people are not having any meaningful choice. All the parties are having same ideology, same principles, same promises, है ना. So the people are completely confused to whom they must give vote or to whom must they choose. Okay, so this is the main problem कि जो सबकी जो आइडियोलॉजी है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग जो सॉल्यूशंस जो सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं, प्रिंसिपल्स जो हैं, सब क्या हैं, सबके सेम है. देयर इज़ नो differentiation between the ideologies, programs of the political parties. So now second topic which we are going to do, how political parties can be reformed. So there is need to reform the political party. If we want to live in a truly democratic country, then we have to reform the political parties. So reforms we will do in two categories. First category, which are already done, the reforms done in our constitution by our government or election commission. Okay, second we will do suggestive reforms. So hence we can say na कि there are two kinds of reforms. First, which have already done in the constitution, and second, which are suggestive reforms. So first of all we are doing the reforms which are done already by the constitution or the election commission. First is बेटा एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ इज़ पास्ड. डिफेक्शन क्या होता है? सबसे पहले तो डिफेक्शन बेटा, सपोज कि वन लीडर हैज़ वन द इलेक्शन फ्रॉम वन पार्टी टिकट, कांग्रेस पार्टी टिकट, एंड आफ्टर विनिंग इलेक्शन ही इज़ चेंजिंग हिज पार्टी टू बीजेपी. दिस इज़ नोन एज डिफेक्शन विच इज़ वेरी हार्मफुल फॉर द democracy, and this trend was started in India from 1967 onwards. Okay, so this anti-defection law was passed by the government to curb this type of practices which were used by the politicians. In 1985 the government we can say amendment was passed in 1985. It was 52nd amendment, anti-defection law, and according to this law this type of activity is completely banned, and if any politician is changing his party after winning election, his election will be cancelled, and second punishment is that he would not be able to fight election in future. These punishments are written in this anti-defection law. Second reform which is already done is affidavit beta. Affidavit, now it is mandatory for every candidate to fill the affidavit if he want to stand in the election, and in this affidavit he has to give details of his property and the detail of criminal cases pending. Okay, so he has to give all the details of his property, ki how many houses, what is his bank balance, how much land he is having, how many jewelries he is having in his bank locker, है ना. Every detail he has to fill in this affidavit, and side by side he has to tell about the any criminal case pending against him. But beta, there is no system to check whether the candidate is filling the correct information or not. So candidates are filling wrong information in this. Okay, third reform which is already done is income tax return. So it is made mandatory from the election commission side कि everyone has to fill the everyone has to fill the इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न. बट बेटा इनमें भी क्या होता है कि इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न में भी द पार्टीज, द कैंडिडेट्स आर नॉट गिविंग ट्रू इन्फॉर्मेशन. नाउ सजेस्टिव रिफॉर्म्स में बेटा सबसे पहला सजेस्टिव रिफॉर्म्स हैं कि द पार्टी शुड मेंटेन रजिस्टर ऑफ इट्स मेंबर्स. दे शुड फॉलो देयर ओन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, दे शुड हैव independent authority. They must give importance to minor candidates also. They must increase the democracy in their party. Okay, they must ask from everyone when they are going to take any decision. Second suggestive reform is the political parties to give minimum number of tickets to the women. You know na beta, in our Indian politics very less women are there. I think in Lok Sabha only 5% women are there, and in Rajya Sabha also like this only 5 or 10%. So there is need to increase the women candidate in the politics. So for this, it should be made compulsory that every party should give at least 1/3 tickets to the women candidates. Okay, what will happen then? Women candidates will be increased in the politics. Okay, and this male dominating society they can do something for the betterment of women. Okay, third suggestive reform is, which is very important, state funding of election. अब सारा कुछ झगड़ा किस चीज़ का है? मनी का ना, है ना. रिच पीपल आर गिविंग देम मनी, देन दे आर फ्रेमिंग पॉलिसी फॉर देयर बेटरमेंट, है ना बेटा. सो इसीलिए सबसे अच्छा सजेशन यही है कि ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शन द every political party should get money from the government, from the country, to spend in elections. ठीक है, then there will be equality. No one will be able to use more money, no one will be able to use less money, है ना. So everyone will enjoy political rights equally then. Okay, so all these are the suggestive reforms, and with this this chapter is over. Goodbye.